You want a pair of ice grips for a hammer? This thing's making my stomach hurt just looking at it. Yeah, we had to jury rig this one last time. That wasn't good. Well, the windows are holding air and the tires are keeping the water out, so. Well, we're cruising down the road here at about 68.5 miles an hour, headed west to pick up our next project. Some of you guys have seen this one already. It was on the channel this past summer on a Will It Run video we did on the 66 Ford that has been up on Kelly's Island for, I don't know, 20 years, something like that. Hadn't run in 5 or so. We got it running this year, and the camp was needing to get rid of it, so they're giving it to us, which is awesome. So problem with that is that it doesn't have any brakes. Can't drive it home, and we got about a 30-minute ferry ride to get it across Lake Erie. And well, no brakes is not really the way you want to try and navigate that with Lake Erie. We'll end up on the bottom of the lake like the Edmund Fitzgerald. Anyways, so I borrowed a truck from a friend, completely appropriate for Crossthread Garage. It's got 2 out-around tires, patched the front passenger side steer tire, and about 2 miles from my house this morning, the blower motor quit working. So it's 28 degrees outside and about 29 degrees inside. So Caitlin has basketball practice today, so I went ahead and picked up my mechanic-in-law. Nick's back in town for Christmas this week, and you guys have seen him before. He's a world-class GM service tech, and of course, last time he was in town, we had him paint a frame with us. That's what you have a guy like him do. And this year, I'm taking him up to pick up an old Ford dump truck, so it's right up his alley. So Caitlin will be in this episode once we get it home, because we're going to have a little bit of brake work and some hydraulic work to get the dump bed working, so that's going to be all in this episode. But thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button before you go anywhere, and down the road we go. Well, we are sitting here waiting for the ferry, getting on here just outside of Sandusky, home of Big Tom Callahan and Callahan Automotive. Stopped to get some hot chocolate and coffee, and Nick took a look at the blower motor. What's the diagnosis on the blower motor, Nick?
It's not working.
Still not working. So, yeah. But we're headed to the island. The lake looks like it's calm today, so should be in good shape. As long as we don't drag a trailer coming on the ferry here.
Now, if you guys aren't familiar with the 66 Ford dump truck, we had it on the channel earlier this summer on a Will It Run. It's coming from Kelly's Island, and more specifically Camp Patmos, which is a Christian camp on the island that my family has been connected with for about 60 years. My in-laws were going there when they were kids. I went there a couple of summers when I was a kid. My wife grew up going there, and we had the girls up there this summer. Caitlin and I spent part of the week we were there getting this old maintenance truck running for them. And hadn't run in I don't know how many years. The key had been lost in the lake or something like that. Doesn't have any brakes. It's basically a good 50-footer. By that I mean from 50 feet away, looks pretty good. But you're about to see when you get up close to it. Beyond the brakes, there's a few other problems.
There it is. Got the truck running back here that we came up in because, well, I had to jump it to start it when I borrowed it from my friend, and then I had to jump it again this morning before we came up here, so kind of hesitant to turn it off, you know what I mean? But here it is, 66 Ford. This is the first time Nick's seeing this thing other than the video.
Yeah.
So you can see somebody's done a little bit of rust protection here. They rhino-lined it, but they rhino-lined a rusty running board, and they basically created a rhino-lined paper running board. So don't step on those. Quite a bit of rust here. Oh, hey, roofing nail.
That's free.
Needed one of those.
Free.
A little bit of rust up here around the top, but again, they did the rhino liner on top. It's probably Raptor liner actually, because it's tinted color. Bottom of the door is bent. That's not rusted. It's just like bent. I don't know what they did to that, but the cab corners are solid. Fuel tank's good because we ran off of that this summer, but great big metal bed is probably, I think it's half of the weight of the truck.
I would say so, yeah. Yeah, that is incredible.
Got a nice pintle hitch here. Yeah, man. Be taking home some premium Kelly's Island leaves and mulch there. Gotta think it's above.
There it goes. Do it again, maybe.
There's another secondary safety latch or something. There, that's gotta go back.
There you go.
Inline 300. Woo, baby. Yeah. It's got the weight reduction on the inner fender liners.
It's an optional weight reduction package.
So you guys kind of see like this is being given to us because, well, it's not functional without brakes, but it's also rusting and rotting sitting up here by the lake. I mean, you can see the water through the trees right over there. Somebody has tried to do brakes on this because you can see the master cylinder has got a QR code on it, and I'm pretty sure they weren't putting that on in 66.
Ford didn't innovate QR codes?
No, don't think so.
Don't think so.
But we did have this running well this summer. 32,000 miles, I think, is what's on it. I can't remember. Oh, man. And okay, so I'm gonna have to tell you this because I brought Nick along to do all the heavy lifting today because
you did.
I slammed my garage door the other day on a like a 3-foot long clamp that I had standing against the. Anyways, it bent the door, so I was like, oh, I can straighten that out, and I flat palmed a insulated aluminum door to try and bend it. Pretty sure I broke something right in this area here. So this is why I think, 31,000. This is why I think that's original. Nick, you're a master tech.
Yeah.
Tell me, you ever seen a truck, a heavy duty truck like this with 130,000 miles that didn't have a brake and clutch pedal that were totally worn out?
No.
And those are not worn out.
No, they're not. That's a good
the
point.
steering wheel's got all the paint off of it, but it doesn't have power steering. So I think you're going to have that when you don't have power steering.
Right.
I really think this is a 31,000 mile inline 300 6-cylinder. They ran these from, I don't know, early 60s up through like 96, 97 in the F series trucks. Oh, I forgot we get a free set of jumper cables with this thing. That's a bonus.
See, we could shut that truck off.
Probably going to need some sailboat fuel, which is, we're in luck because we're up here on the lake. There's lots of sailboat fuel around.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we
can fill that tire
right up.
Fill that tire back up. This toolbox over here. Oh my. Oh yeah. See, we're missing a back corner there.
Well, it just cleans out easier that way. So you can't store a bunch of garbage in it.
I thought that was slate for a second. They had like a slate roof, but that's all rust. That's all rust.
Goodness.
So I'm gonna go get the key for this thing. Oh. I know this truck hasn't been started since we were up here last because I had the key. Let's grab the battery I put back here. Brought my trailer with the winch just in case it won't start. But I've got high hopes. Ow, man, my hand. Oh, yeah, she's broke. That's all you, man. I'll do it. Guess I always could carry the camera with my bad hand. But then what would Nick be able to tell all of his friends back at the shop in Iowa?
Yeah,
I went to Kelly's Island. I was a cameraman for a mediocre YouTube channel. It's in the cab here.
Oh, that's right. See, the new trucks, they don't keep them inside like this.
If I didn't like John so much, John's the camp director here, I'd leave that battery here. I think
so. Both the battery cables,
2 red cables,
they're the same color.
Yes.
So then, from what I understand, you can start fires easier. So therefore, it doesn't get stolen.
Yeah, the one that goes to the body is probably the ground, in my experience.
That's
so.
Something.
I don't know if you guys have ever given any thought to this, but when you got project stuff, you're moving around, or a trailer with a winch like that, a good marine battery is really the thing you want to have on hand, because they're used to having like really intermittent charging, cycling. They'll hold a charge a lot longer than a car battery will. So I've had this RV marine battery for about 3 years now.
Is it charged?
It is charged.
Okay, good.
Well, it was 2 weeks ago when I put it on a charge. No, I'm just kidding. I charged it last night.
Good enough. Well,
Did it go?
well, I'm just a little worried about the post touching the body if I got it in here the right way.
Wouldn't worry about that.
We're going to see if it sparks a lot, because I'm not entirely sure if this polarity's correct.
I don't know. I think that's right. Ooh, she's crackling.
Yeah, they're not tight. I don't know.
You want a pair of ice grips for a hammer?
Maybe. I can't. The problem is, I go with the battery, it's going to hit the body. Ugh.
That's the battery we used this summer.
Okay. Maybe you had it.
No, I guess you can't turn it around, can you? Because then the cables probably aren't long enough.
Well, I'm going to try that.
Yeah, because what's it trying to do? Rock back?
Yeah, because
Towards you?
the way the tray is,
Yeah.
it's pushing it towards.
It's just pushing those posts.
It's fine.
This gives you a little bit better idea here of the Rhino liner step that we've got. It's like it rusted out underneath and left perfect imprint of the Rhino liner.
Let me look underneath of it.
Got some moss there for some added structural integrity.
You wouldn't believe it, but it's completely clean under here. No, I'm kidding. There's a lot of rust. A lot of rust.
You're kidding. Where exactly are you seeing the rust? I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, the body,
This one right here is probably the ground.
frame,
right? This one here is the ground.
suspension. Hang on. Yeah.
That's
Well,
the ground.
maybe. No. I think that's the power. That's the one that goes, it's following the exhaust up under the hood.
This is the one that doesn't have the accessories tied to it.
This one looks like it's bolted to the side of the starter. This one here. Not the power of the starter, like the case of it.
The one with all the accessories tied to it
Yeah.
is the one you were just pulling on.
Okay. This one here is the power.
That's power. Okay.
Okay. That looks like it goes up to that solenoid.
Well, master
fires.
mechanic, let's hope you didn't fry anything.
Yeah. Well,
Tying it in backwards.
probably wiped out the
Might as
engine
well have
control
brought
module.
cables with me.
She is better help.
Let's see. Let's just see if it turns over. Let's just see. Oh, I gotta remember. Yeah, we had to jury rig this one last time. That wasn't good.
So the battery might not be tight. Sometimes it'll do that.
That could be. Fingers are getting cold. It's almost like we're 200 yards from open water on Lake Erie in the winter. Strange.
It's not the cold, it's the wind chill.
I'm going to apologize for all the
They say in the
sniffling
north.
right now. You're going to get some sniffling today. Could always bring that truck over here and run these jumper cables off of that dead battery on the truck while it's running.
That would be a good idea.
Oh, got the key jammed up in my pocket. It's these weird 6-inch long keys. Don't fit in your pocket very well. Let me make sure I'm in neutral. We're gonna give a little pump. Probably pull the choke, since you know it is. I don't even know how cold it is up here. It's cold.
Yeah.
Probably in the low 20s right now. Okay, plan B.
Do we have
Plan
fire
B.
in a bottle here?
I do. I brought
All right.
some carb cleaner, brake cleaner, something flammable in an aerosol can. I don't know what it is.
That's all that matters. As long as it burns.
Yeah, the idea here is we can get it started. We put some air in that tire, drive it over there. Oh boy, oil bath. Yep, forgot about that.
It looks like an oil bath. There you go. It's just a little guy.
Yeah, a little single barrel.
I want to see if it's got a squirter. Choke on.
Should have brought some belt dressing for this Duramax. We've also got gas in that can. We could pour a little gas down that snout.
I can't see. Run in there.
More screws out here. Good way to end up with a flat tire. This is the Junkyard Digs approved brake cleaner here. I'll let you man that.
Sure.
Here, this is on a magnet. So.
Okay. You don't have to deal with me being a terrible camera person.
Okay. Stuck the key in my pocket again. Ready?
Go for it.
Contact. Oh, baby. Runs like a dream.
It's running.
Dialed the choke halfway back. My grandmother used to have a Singer sewing machine that sounded just like that.
It is amazing. That sounds great.
I know, there's no valve noise.
No. No.
This is why I was like, yeah, we'll take it.
It's smooth. It is smooth as glass.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, well, let's get the air compressor. Actually, let's just drive the truck over here.
Okay.
We're going to drive the truck over here. I've got an air compressor in the back of it that I hope still has some air in it. I filled it up this morning. It's a 30-gallon tank. We'll get some air in this tire.
Sounds like a plan.
That's the plan, if ever we had one. So this was simple. We actually, I don't have a watch on. I don't know why I'm checking my wrist. But we're hoping to get back on the ferry that runs every hour on the hour. We're hoping to catch the 10 o'clock ferry back or the 10:30 ferry back. Because if we miss that one, we got to be here till 12:30 because they go to 2 hours. And then if we miss the 12:30, which we won't at this point, it was going to be 3:30. So we left the house in the dark this morning to get here. So let's get this thing loaded and out of here. It's got about 70 pounds of air in the tank, so.
This tire looks brand new. No. No, it doesn't.
It's coming off the ground.
There it goes. Yeah. Yeah, it's taking it. Whew.
Yeah, man. I guess I could put that air cleaner back on now.
Yeah, do that. Clean out that oil too. I cannot believe how good it sounds for being how old it is. It's amazing.
I can smell it getting hot though.
Oh. Yeah, we didn't check the coolant, did we?
I don't have any idea if it's got coolant in it.
That's okay. At least something's hot.
It's so smooth that wing nut didn't even move off the fender.
Yeah. Yeah. They really had that engine figured out.
Actually, I think what I'm smelling is mouse nest burning. I think that's what I'm smelling.
I'm sure. Yeah.
That's probably going to be good enough to get it on the trailer.
I hope so.
I'd really love for it to lose all that air when we get it loaded so that when we chain it down, it doesn't end up getting a bunch of slack in the chain as the tire flattens, which it's going to do.
You don't want it to become a highway obstacle.
Which one's first gear?
Ooh. See if she moves.
Found it. Turn the choke off.
Yeah. Ooh. I hope that's the I'm getting too hot noise. Look at that.
Clutch is a little sensitive. And no brakes.
You're gonna have to straighten way out, yeah.
Gotta get straightened up here. Oh, man.
Moves.
Clutch is really sensitive. We're gonna have to get those ramps wider too.
Whew. Come to Ohio on your vacation. Enjoy the cold. Can't feel my feet. Hey, stop. You gotta widen it out.
Yep, that's what I was just saying to the camera. You have to really get those ramps out to the corners. I took measurements on this several weeks ago when I was up here looking at this thing again. I didn't get it started or anything, we just took measurements, so it should fit on the trailer. But if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you know I'm not exactly competent with a tape measure these days, so we'll see. Okay. Hey, I don't have any brakes, remember that.
I'll jump.
So dive off.
Yeah, I'll just tuck and roll. I'll tuck and roll.
Just wanted to get lined up here and make sure we're straight before I give it the beans. Problem is the steering wheel's not like straight. It looks like I'm at like top of this wheel's at like 3 o'clock, which
Ooh, that is awfully steep. Keep going, keep going. Yeah, it's doing it, it's doing it. Woo-hoo! Step out.
got no brakes. Wow. I think I picked up the back end of that dually.
You're on your fender now.
I'm on the fender?
Yeah.
You see a block or anything you could throw behind that tire?
I can put that ramp behind it.
I'm kind of holding the clutch. I gotta find the key to be able to turn this off. There we go. I'm sure the Highway Patrol won't mind my license plate being covered up there on the fender. But we gotta get some chains on it so we can get it bound down and get on the road. So okay, well, I know somebody in the comments is going to tell me I tied this down wrong, but I like to keep tension so the chains are pulling against each other when I got something like this loaded. So we got the chain wrapped around this super stout square tube axle here. Oh, look at that, Nick.
Huh?
Those drum brakes are double wheel cylinder.
Oh,
on the
yeah.
top and the bottom.
It's a double actuated, double servo, something that they call those.
Great. Twice as many parts to buy.
Oh, there's two. That's, yeah.
Anyhow,
I'm sure they're available and cheap.
we got it bound here and then around the front axle pulling back, so pulling against each other. And I kind of hate these ratcheting binders. I have the kind of cantilevered ones that I prefer. I just think they're more user friendly. But I could only find one of them when I was packing the truck last night. Well, that front tire is going to go flat. So we're going to have to stop and check that every once in a while. Make sure that front, excuse me, that front chain is where it needs to be. And it's really perfect because the front wheels are up against this bar and the rear tires are up against the back of the fender.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect size trailer for this.
You planned it that way.
I just wish I had 7,000 pound axles instead of 3,500 pound axles. So the trailer's rated for 7,000 and dry it weighs, what did I tell you the other day? I think I told you 1,500, 1,800?
1,800, I think.
I looked after I talked to you because I was curious the registration. It weighs 1,250 empty.
Oh.
So assuming that truck doesn't weigh much more than 6,000 pounds, we're gonna go home with it. Let's go see if we can find a plug to run this off one of these buildings. They got an outside plug somewhere, I'm sure. And we'll just get some air, especially in that back axle. Those rear tires in the back axle seem to be squatting a little more than the other.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's now 10:38. So we missed our ferry.
Yeah.
Which means we're here till 12:30. Which just means we're going to be paying twice as much for lunch at a shop here on the island than we would 2 miles away on the other side of the lake. So they want to give us that RV back there. You want to go check that out too?
Sure.
Since we got 2 hours.
Might as well.
They say that thing's been infested with raccoons for the last 4 or 5 years. So
yeah. I wonder if it's got heat.
You're funny. Let's go drive over there. I can tell you what doesn't have heat. This truck. You know what? It's actually warming up. I bet that little Ford, that F6, whatever that is. I bet that's got a working heater core.
Yeah. If it's got coolant in it.
Come on, do her, Max. Yeah, we'll drive her across the bedrock and grass here and let those chains settle a little bit. Put a little snug on them again. Camp's set up for RVs over here. I had a volunteer that came out several years and lived in this thing. The stories I heard this past summer was he'd go in there and other staff members would watch him grab raccoons and throw them out the door. The old Econoline. My buddy Matt over at OK Speed Shop in Oklahoma just did a revival on a Chevy Endura.
Oh, yeah.
Vandura.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh yeah. There's a hat in here that I am 100% taking home. They're going to get rid of this. They want to get this off the island, but now that I've seen it, floors are solid. It's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be the way they described it to me. Linoleum's in good shape. Anybody home? Look at this, man. Aviator glasses. Ooh. Eddie, since 1929. I like it. I might need to have it.
Is it in better shape than your other camper was?
No.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Anything dead? People or otherwise?
No.
Okay.
Oh man. This thing's mint. We honestly might need to come back up and do a will it run.
Huh. I'm sure at one time
if the batteries have any life.
It was really nice.
Nope. No life. I'm gonna go pop that other door and pop the hood. Probably got a big block under the hood here, I would imagine. She's locked, Nick.
Oh,
I can slide across there.
No, this is not gross. It's fine. Okay, go for it.
Money. Oh yeah, a little bit of
this is very vintage Ford
here.
It's fine.
What do the miles say on this bad mamma jamma? Another 31,000 mile rig. You believe that?
No, I mean, yeah, probably. Yeah, maybe.
Check the pedals. Not really that bad.
Not a lot of wear on the wheel either.
I don't have any idea what these would have in it. I don't know what year this is. I don't know nothing. Apparently don't even know how to get in it. So come down to me. Gotta go. Oh, it's stiff. There we go. Oh,
It's in there.
yeah. Look, there's nothing.
No
Apparently,
air cleaner.
apparently the motor is gone.
There's some sort of a carburetor on it.
Look at that.
Fairly sure.
It is a 8-cylinder
Here.
Ford
Right here. 7.5 liter.
4-barrel.
7.5 liter. So
Would that be a
460?
460?
Yeah,
probably.
a 460. What year is this supposed to be?
Well, I see no date on there. The door's got a date. You got that?
Yeah.
Got to get around the tree. Oh, there's a good hose. How does this not have a date on it? There it is. 4/15/86. She's an 86 model.
86. I was guessing older than that.
Well, the windows are holding air and the tires are keeping the water out, so I think it's probably worth something to somebody.
Yeah.
If any of you in Ohio would like to revive this classic RV, I know a guy that can hook you up.
She's a beaut, Clark.
You know what? I'm probably going to leave that hat here for next time.
Yeah. You know the last time it ran?
Probably a decade or more.
I'm going to regret this.
Careful you don't rip that off of that good siding on the back there.
It's pulling off right here, so that's good.
It's really minty if you're kind of squinty.
Yeah. The top looks about like the rest of it.
Oh,
It's, yeah.
perfect.
There's some holes and some AC stuff, and I don't know what that all is, but
Oh, man. This thing's making my stomach hurt just looking at it. You know what? I'll bet that plug we were looking for belongs at any one of these 9 RV hookups here. Let's see if we've got a 110 outlet over here.
Yeah.
Oh, we found one that's working. So we're gonna throw a little air in these tires, and I'm gonna tighten those chains up because they're already loose. That's all right. That's the way it goes. It's got to settle a little bit. It's actually getting kind of warm now.
yeah. Maybe we're just used to it.
I don't know. Honestly, it might be just we're 200 yards further off the lake and we're not getting that cold wind.
Right. Well, I find that when everything goes numb, you don't feel as cold anymore.
Hey, Ford,
Yeah, not bad.
factory bed. I wouldn't have thought that it was a factory bed, but you know what? The bed that was on Caitlin's truck we took off of that 41.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember. I think it said Ford on it somewhere too.
Did it? I remember we found that one at the car show where the guy was selling.
Oh, that's the one that we were looking at. Yes.
It didn't say it like this
That
though.
was at the that was the flatbed at the, what was that, the Blue Suede Cruise
right
out at
It was at
Norwalk.
Norwalk. Yeah.
Yeah, there was one at the swap.
It's pretty
That's the
cool.
one I'm remembering.
Because you were trying to talk that guy into selling
Yeah,
it too.
he had a nice flatbed, wood bed. It was a factory Ford. So we've got 65 pounds of air in all the tires now. It should be enough to make a audible boom when we blow one of those tires. That way we'll know it's flat.
You may choose to ignore it,
Yeah.
depending on how bad it's
Look,
going.
I had a 3-legged dog that lived a long time.
There you go.
You
Yeah.
know, go a long ways on 3 tires. My estimate, probably eventually all the way home.
Yeah.
Whoop, NASCAR turn here.
Drift the trailer.
Yeah, all right, we're just clearing some branches for him.
You know, guys, as I'm staring across the water here at Canada, as we leave the camp, I'm reminded of one of my favorite Bible verses. Hebrews chapter 6, verse 19, speaking of Jesus, who is our hope. We have this hope as an anchor for the soul, firm and secure.
Okay, we are home and got to grab the chains off here. Decided to go ahead and park down here on the flat spot instead of up there in front of the garage since I don't have brakes and, well, I just painted it, so.
Yeah, I got some good news.
You?
Yeah.
What's the date code on those tires?
This tire is regroovable. It says it right here on the side. So
that's excellent.
Yeah.
I've always wanted a regroovable tire.
Can be saved.
And the best part is it needs it.
Yeah.
You know? So
right. I mean, don't worry about that so much. There.
just a little
that's fine.
Checkering.
Yeah. Look at the old BF Goodrich.
I was just going to say that. BF Goodrich. It's going to be pre-date code, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think that's 2000 when they started date coding tires.
Yeah, that tire has probably been on there since before 2000. Oh, big curl. I said curl, not girl. Big curl. I am not a big girl. Now we're having fun. I wonder if the emergency brake or the parking brake works. It's a hand lever.
Yeah. I wonder if it'd just be a cable, right? And
lucky me, I'd pull it and it would seize up.
Oh, it does have a drum off the back of the transmission.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's probably it.
They still do that on the medium duty trucks.
I need to get the starter fluid out again.
Yeah.
Fire in the hole. Let me try it with the choke on here. Come on.
Oh, there it goes. There she goes.
Money!
Scared it. That's what happened.
Oh. Dialing that choke back. Easing it in. All right. I don't think there's... Oh, you killed it. What a dummy.
That's a good battery.
It's that good marine battery.
Yeah.
We might need that fire in a can.
See, as soon as I grab it, it's going to fire. Watch this. Nope. I didn't get that far.
I just let it sit here and idle for a minute before I try and do anything with it. Do the lights work?
No.
No?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, they just came on. Wonder what this switch does. Think that's high-lows they put in?
Could be. Could be.
Air.
Oh, that's a vent.
I have no oil pressure, but I think that's got to be wrong.
Okay.
And I'm getting no charge on the alternator, which probably is also not right.
Yeah. Blink maker?
It says blink marker lights.
Marker. I can read.
It's got the emergency flashers over here.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, hey, look.
They're working.
Look at that. Look at the lights on. Let me see if the back works.
Turn the lights on. See them in the reflection of the truck up there.
Oh, the left side. Left side's on.
Left side's on?
Yeah. Blinking anyway.
Same as the trailer.
Just like a trailer.
So I pop this in.
There you go.
What a nice idle.
That's cool.
Don't die.
Come on.
You guys hang tight right there for a minute. I keep putting my key away. I shouldn't do that. That's not choked. That's just now it's just idling.
Oh,
with no choke.
this is happy. Well, that's good. It sounds so good. All right. Ramps out.
Don't get behind me.
Hey, well. let
No
her go.
stopping it now.
Yep, just go. It's fine.
Pretty flat spot. How's those front wheels looking?
Over here's fine. Oh, you're good.
Back we go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
On the ground.
I didn't show you guys this because, well, I don't want to show you my entire neighborhood backing in here. How far did I back that trailer and truck up here? Quarter mile?
Yeah. It's pretty good. One shot.
I've had a few little practice sessions with that trailer. The real question is, where do I want to park this thing?
Yeah. You gotta put your trailer back there, right?
Well, we're going to need to work on the brakes here pretty soon, so probably want to leave it up here where I can put some blocks in front of the wheels and just leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
I'm pretty impressed, guys. I mean, I'm easily impressed because, well, I'm not that impressive, but you know, this is good. I'm real happy with this, honestly. Blinker doesn't seem to want to work, but as we often say, that's a problem.
Let's take it
for
back
another
here.
day. I'd ask John for a refund. There's no fire extinguisher in my fire extinguisher holder. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Any idea how to turn this off? Found it. See, the problem here, guys, is, well, it's a little dark in here, and that's totally drilled out. So this ring kind of moves. So it's supposed to go up here. We'll probably just get a new ignition switch with a legitimate key so we can bump it anytime we need to. Well, that side blinker works. Now the blinker wants to work.
It's because your ignition's probably actually still on.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. You know what would fix it? Just taking the battery out.
Yep.
Now, if you saw last week's episode, you saw that we tried to go get this truck and it snowed and the weather turned really bad. That was actually only 3 days ago. So we started on the episode that would have published last week, or 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure when this could come out. Started on that, got it going, basically did some cleanup jobs on the 41, and Nick was in town. The weather was going to be clear. Didn't look like it was going to be real windy, and that means the lake was going to be pretty calm. So we jumped on it, and man, am I glad we did, because it's home now, and I'm stoked. Now it's starting to rain, so we're going to get that trailer put back over there so we can return Jeff's truck to him. Get that off my plate because, well, by the time you see it, it's after Christmas, but tomorrow's Christmas Eve. I don't want to be running that truck around tomorrow, so. Well, this is not how I planned on finishing this video. Despite the fact that it's a beautiful day here in Ohio, that's a relative assignment of quality. We knew it was going to be warm and we knew it was going to be dry, so we were planning on diving in underneath here, getting the brake lines fixed, doing our level best not to even take the wheels off, doing a little Northern Ohio rust repair, pop riveting license plates into the floor, and basically getting this thing just kind of polished and ready to park over here in the weeds. So Caitlin went to bed last night though with a 103-degree temperature. So if you saw our last video, which was actually being filmed the same week we're doing this, you saw she was dragging a little bit and started coughing there towards the end of the video. I don't know what she's got, but she's got it. So we're going to be looking at episode number 2 in our next episode on this one, where we will go ahead and finish this thing out, get it parked over in the weeds, and try our level best to explain to our friends and family what in the world we're going to be doing with this 66 Ford dump truck. So stay tuned. We do appreciate you guys going to crossthreadgarage.com, grabbing some merch, joining the channel as a channel member down here, which you can't do on an Apple device. Don't know why, but they won't let you do it. Any other device you can do that though, including your desktop. We do appreciate all that, but the best way to help us out, leave us a comment, like, and share this video. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.